What is going on, traders? Welcome back to a brand new video. Celestin Capital here. And yes, the title of the video is correct. We are in profit $2,000 on my 50K portfolio with Apex. Now, before I show you guys the trade breakdown, you guys know how I do it. I like to prove it to you first. I like to show you proof first. I don't just like to talk and then make it seem like I actually made the money when I really didn't. I'm going to show you guys first. Let me log into my TradeAvate account. Don't want you guys to see my password. All right, there we go. And I'm going to show you guys the profit from today as well. So you can see 52,032. This is the highest we've been on the account, and you can tell by the trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown is 2,500, which means that this is the highest the account has ever been. Now let me go to today, and I want to actually show you guys the past month as well. See today, $880. I don't know why it says I took 2 trades, maybe because the number of contracts, because it was 2 contracts. Maybe number of contracts, 4 contracts. Okay, number of contracts, 2 trades. I don't know why it says that. I only took 1 trade today. Not sure why. But I took 1 trade today. Made a total, you guys can see 114. You guys can see I made $880. And let me show you this past month, actually. So we're pretty close to getting a payout from this account. I'll show you this past month, this month. We're pretty close to getting a payout. Now, the only problem is I didn't realize that, okay, these numbers are all over the place. Let me go to, where is it? Cash history. All right. I didn't realize that I made this much money on this silver trade over here. Where is it? Okay, right here, $1,100. I didn't realize I made that much on silver. So that means instead of getting my payout at $2,500 at 52,500, I need to make more, which is it was one of the rules on Apex. You divide the highest day, the highest profit day, so 1,100 divided by 0.3. So that means I need to make $3,666.66 in order to request my first payout. So let's say 3,700 in order to request a payout from this account. The trading days are not a problem. I think we're at 6 after today. It's not going to be a problem, but the profit level, all I need is about 2 more trades, honestly, 2 winning trades, and I'll be good. Completely 2 winning trades in a row. But again, I'm not going to look at it like that. I'm just going to continue to trade my plan. And when we get there, we get there. If we get there next week, we get there next week. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. That's why my face looks like that. If we get there next week, we get there next week. If not, we're going to continue to follow the same plan. So like I told you, this account is currently at, so these are profits we made today, $880. I don't know why it divides it like that, but we are currently at 5,200. I need to get to 53,700 in order to get about 53,700 in order to get a payout from this account. So like I said, that's only 2 winning trades, but I'm just going to stick to my plan. I'm not going to think about it like that because I've thought about it like that in the past, and I've blown accounts just from thinking that way, just from the way I've thought. So I'm not going to think of it like that. Now, into the trade breakdown, because I've shown you guys everything. Let me show you guys that it was actually oil as well. You can see $880. Look at this, 114.25, 958. It lasted, okay, as long as we're going to trade, it lasted an hour. Okay, it lasted an hour. What pair was it? Let me show you the pair. Okay, CL. CL is oil and futures. All right, so CL, you can see right here, everything is transparent for you guys to see. Nothing to hide. I was in this trade less than an hour, and beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and break down the charts for you guys right now. So initially on the 4-hour, we were up here, right? This was Asian session. Actually, this was New York session yesterday. As we continue to push, we see price pushed up and then came back within the range. So that means that we have manipulated the previous high. And all I'm looking for now is for price to take out this low. So we've manipulated the high, and now I'm looking for this low to get taken out. Still pushing. So this is about 6 in the morning, 2 to 6 in the morning. Yeah, about 6 in the morning. Now, there was a trade before. I wanted to get into this trade right here. That was a beautiful setup off of this imbalance play. It was a beautiful setup, but there was news, and I didn't want to get affected by the news. I didn't want price to whip me out and then go back in my direction. I did not want that to happen. Even though it wasn't CPI, PPI is still, it still affects the market, especially the Nasdaq. It didn't affect oil in this case. Now, just because it doesn't happen once doesn't mean it will never happen. That's what I've learned over the past 4 plus years of me trading, is that just because it doesn't happen once, just because it works out once doesn't mean it's going to work out all the time. All right, you have to be very careful. Make sure you think of the long term. Think of 50 trades, 100 trades. Is it still doing the same thing? If it's still doing the same thing, then go ahead, take the trade. If news doesn't affect it after 50 trades, then go ahead, take the trade. But just off of one trade, you can't determine whether a strategy is profitable or not, or whether the news should be traded or not. All right. Like I said, over my 4 years of experience, news doesn't really work out in my favor. All right. So I'm just going to avoid it at all costs. If I was already in a trade and it was close to my TP, that's something different. But I'm not looking to get in this close to news. So let me not say I missed on a trade, but there was a nice trade opportunity right here that ended up playing out beautifully. But at the end of the day, I wanted to wait for news to happen, and that's exactly what I did. And I waited for this next imbalance. I saw this next imbalance, waited for price to tap into it. Price tapped right into it. Boom. Where's the last low? This is the last low. All I did was wait for it to get broken. We have this closure. Boom. And now we're in this trade. Now this trade pushed, came back to break even. Pushed, came back to break even. And on the third push, that's when price actually hit my TP and continued down to the target level, which was this low. Still targeting this low. All right, so this is one push. Then price came back to break even. Not yet. Here, price came back to break even. Here's a second push. Price came back to break even again. Imagine being in this trade, and I'll be honest, I'm not as bad as before. Definitely not as bad as before. I'm an evolved trader at this point, but my emotions were still like, is this trade going to stop me out? Is this really going to stop me out after damn near being close to my TP? So we got the second push, went back to break even, and finally the third push, boom, take profit was hit. So that was the trade, guys. I showed you the proof first, and then I showed you the analysis. All right. So again, I'm making this as transparent as possible, just so I gain your guys' trust, and you guys continue to come to me for entertainment, advice, professionalism, all the above. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, we're about $1,600 away from a payout on this account. I'm just going to continue to trade my plan. I'm not going to think about how far away we are, how close we are, so on and so forth. I'm just going to continue to trade my plan. When that time comes, that time comes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.